and welcome back to the final third, Gameweek 22. We have...
Jeez, wow.
Relax, man, let her do this.
He
This
always
is the
does
second
it.
time.
No,
Wheel it up, wheel it up, wheel it. Alright, you know what, carry on.
Do you know what? I'm just going to get straight into it. Let's get right into it with Tottenham and Liverpool. What was your thoughts on the game?
This is Mourinho trying to do what Mourinho thinks he can do in a big game.
This is the new Mourinho.
No, that's the same Mourinho. That's the same Mourinho. That's the Mourinho I know.
Why do I need audition at Sky Sports?
But he was doing all of
He was
the...
telling us that transition plays.
He
He says he's got a new philosophy. I thought this was it.
Nah, that's the same thing he's been doing from United days all the way back to Chelsea days. He tried to sit back, hit them on a break with Son and Lucas Moura up top, but it just wasn't effective at all. Liverpool had them patterned that whole game, and they, like, in a game where you're hoping you can kind of push them onto the back foot, they did it in the last 10 minutes, but for the whole 80 minutes, they were just on the back foot for the whole match. They didn't help themselves by pushing. Like, it was just a typical big game Mourinho performance in recent times. Before, you could rely on him to sit back, create a defensive block that could contain a top side. But nowadays, you expect them to concede the goal, and you still expect them to be negative. It was only in the last 10 minutes when they really had to throw a caution to the wind. That's when they started to create chances, but by then it was too late.
Transition Mourinho makes me sick, as in like this whole phase of play thing that obviously explained to everyone on Sky Sports, because before, when Mourinho was successful in big games, it would be low blocks and be resolute, and then they move as a unit. Later towards the end of games, they'll move as a unit, they will step up. But now, especially this did it at Real Madrid, and it works because Real Madrid was good at that. Did it at United for several big games, try to catch people on the break. Doing it at Tottenham, I expected a lot more in this spell of the Mourinho reign. Obviously, it's been 5 weeks.
How was you expecting? What are you basing this on?
He got me at Sky Sports. He got me. That interview had me fooled. That interview had me fooled. I was bamboozled, hoodwinked. I have been led astray. I was led astray. He had me fooled on Sky Sports, telling me he's got a new phase of play and everything. But you're at home, new stadium against Liverpool. Be a bit more expressive and expansive. You're playing thingy. Were you playing Winks and Ali in the two?
No, to be fair, Ali's a bum. I can't.
No, but Ali's his son, so he's playing Winks. Credit. Ali's his son, so we're not going to call him a bum under Mourinho because that's his son. He's going to play his best under Mourinho because he's playing well under Mourinho. You're playing Winks and Ali in the two against a Liverpool field that's going to run you ragged. Winks has got the legs, but he's nothing special. Wijnaldum's class. Wijnaldum's next level, and you don't appreciate Wijnaldum until if you watch a Liverpool game and you specifically watch Wijnaldum off the ball and on the ball. Don't watch where the ball is, just watch Wijnaldum, the positions he picks up. Clearly, he's so disciplined because you see him for Holland and he breaks forward, he gets the ball, he drives. But the space Robertson vacates and Van Dijk moves across when he does the dive. Wijnaldum just picks in that pocket, he tries to go forward and he's like, oh no, stop, let me sit. Even when they have the ball, and when they break, the way he breaks down play, he never loses the 50-50.
You have to accept that Wijnaldum could be so, we saw it with Newcastle and we see it with Holland, he could be so much more expressive than he is. But the role that that Klopp is asking him to do, he does it so well. The energy he puts into that midfield, he rarely ever loses. I remember there was one 50-50 towards the end of the match that he lost that created a Tottenham chance. But when you watch him throughout the whole match, he's just so active in that midfield. You'd never think he's going to lose.
It's so much easier for Van Dijk and these man. So much easier. But you're playing, so you've got him in the middle. Obviously, Ox and Lallana, they switched. You got Hendo as well in the middle, and you've got you've got Bamidele, that's what we call him now. We've got Bamidele and we've got Winks in the middle. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, Winks
is
nothing special though.
I think Winks is a good midfielder. I'm sorry.
Winks is so,
I've always put my hat on the line.
You think Winks' trajectory as a player is going to be higher than Mark Noble?
Yes, 100%.
You think so?
But I think in terms of what England...
Winks is 24 next month. Winks is 24 next month. So this is supposed to be peak. Now he's supposed to be
24's a peak now.
No, 24, 25, 26. You're going into it you're supposed to.
And I feel like he's shown a very good level, very good
No,
level.
the bar's quite low, man.
Nah, maybe I'm
bar's quite low, and
thinking
it's
of it in
English,
terms of England midfielders, but
Yeah,
in terms
yeah.
of holding midfielders that England have got, for me, he should start at the Euros.
We're going to get into Euro talk according to Julian.
So Liverpool now have the best start to a top 5 European league in history, but do we give them enough credit for this season? Like, are we giving them enough credit?
Me first, but you want
No, I let
I don't think we give them enough credit, and I'm going to put it down to one thing. I think it's just nostalgia. We love nostalgia in our sport. Like, we're not, because we're living in this moment right now, we're not going to say Liverpool's the best team or the best, because we'll all say the best team was the Invincibles or Mourinho first Chelsea spell or United 09, because at the time, I remember very well United 09, I didn't rate that team.
Of course you did.
Legit, in the moment, we were just angry. No, but in the moment, now you go back and look at it, you think, oh crap, Tevez, Ronaldo, Rooney. I wasn't rating it in the Chelsea's first spell. I was thinking, these are just mad, tight and compact, their football's calm. Like, you don't rate it in the moment. City as well, when they did the Centurions, we rated it, but we were very hesitant to say this team is peak. So with Liverpool, we're not gonna rate it until 5 years, 6 years time, until we're starved as well, and we don't see nothing like it for a long time. But they're elite.
I don't think that the Liverpool team maybe gets the accolades it does, but I feel like that also has to do with the level of competition that the competition has put, the rest have put up.
That's a strong point.
Because the fact that Man City haven't even shown up this season, and then you look at what Man United, Arsenal, the people that are supposed to be pushing them. Obviously, in recent seasons as
Arsenal,
well, there's usually only been one competitor. Nah, but that's the top 6. Those are the people that are supposed to be pushing Liverpool.
Yeah.
And they completely haven't shown up this season, which kind of makes it a bit like, for me, Liverpool haven't been given the total grats that they should have. But I feel like the level of competition that everyone has put up, all the other teams have put up, has kind of fed into that as well. There should be a lot, like what Man City, Chelsea, United, there should be a lot more competition going on. Leicester shouldn't be the only team pushing them. The fact that we've got led to get to a situation where Leicester are 16 points behind and they're their closest competition, that kind of tells you about what's going on this season. But still, they've still got to beat who's in front of them. And
Liverpool's standalone record is impeccable.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They've literally beat what's in front of them, and they've beat it well for the most part. So you still got to give them the praises for that.
So Mourinho is now 10 games in, and he has 5 wins, 1 draw, 4 defeats. How do you rate his stats so far?
Tottenham took the biggest L going from Pochettino to Mourinho. The biggest L. I can't lie, because to go from a manager that's giving you Champions League football when you was in the doldrums, you was like literally scraping around for Europa League football. Remember that time when Sherwood and fucking Adebayo on the touchline doing this? Remember they was doing that?
Yeah, when they were getting knocked out by Genk and Genk.
Back to back. That was them qualifying for the Europa League.
Genk and Genk.
Now Pochettino has brought them into the Champions League and given them standards.
That's when they were wearing HP.
And they've got people like players like Mbele saying, I want to come and play for Pochettino. You've lost that pool completely now. Because what young players realistically looking at Mourinho and saying, okay, I've seen the way you've treated Hazard, I've seen the way you've treated Pogba, I've seen the way you've treated Casillas, Sergio Ramos. I've seen all of that and I said, yeah, I want to still play for Mourinho.
No one. I know Ali didn't even expect this. Ali didn't expect this. Because you know sometimes Mourinho goes a bit off the cusp with it and just picks a random person he likes. But Ali did not expect. Ali's random because I didn't expect anything. Only probably Winks we expected to last. Maybe fourth.
Yeah.
Was a bit hipster, but Mourinho I think is firstly using Spurs as just like a bus stop. He doesn't. This move for him because he was so bored. I believe he was so. I've never seen any manager slut for a job so much. Pardon my language. I've never seen any manager
he was even loving off Arsenal for a little second.
And that's going against what he believes because he's probably looking back at that time like, wow, I was really going to go to Arsenal. But the Madrid, when Zidane leaves, is what he's waiting for. So he's just keeping his feet warm with the Spurs job, and I don't think he rates it because even these interviews, it's not as cultivating as it was at Man United, as drab as the Man United spell was. But this Spurs moment he's having right now is just a phase, and it's sad because he's using Spurs for the little club they are. He's using them as just a bus stop to wait to get a bigger job. And
you think he can get
I
a
don't
bigger
think
job?
and wow, I was going to say, my next point is it's a bad move.
Because who's good? Like
your stock was, when you were out of the game, your stock was appreciating again. Now we're seeing what you're actually capable again. You're proving to Perez that you're not ready for this Real Madrid job. Because what is this? You've already chastised Ndombele, so.
Remember we said it early that
he's supposed to
not
be
going to get
prospect.
no love from Mourinho.
No love.
No love.
Why are you talking about Ndombele every interview? Telling him he's not fit. Bruv, all right, it's calm. And again, similarities with Pogba. Like it's just not. It don't look good right now. But hey.
So if we move down to the table a bit and talk about the relegation battle with Southampton, Watford. So many teams have been inconsistent. Like, who do you realistically think is going to get relegated? Because it's literally up and down, up and down.
It's a tight one. Firstly, Norwich. You have to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for Norwich because they started so well, but injuries finished them. Even the first match they lost to Liverpool, they played so well. They played so well on the ball, and it showed that they had a bit about them. And you know when mainstream media always do a thing with like lower teams, when they start playing football and they go 3 games, they lose 3 or 4 games, they start questioning whether they should start knocking it long as that's more effective.
Let's get up there.
So they're already questioning Norwich because after the Pookie phase, about game 8 or something, after the Pookie phase, and they couldn't get a win out of nowhere, they started saying, Norwich just have to go long. They just can Daniel Farquhar keep doing this passing football, but Norwich played good football and they showed us if they stay up, they can, even though with the injuries, they're on 14 points now, if they stay up, they can show that, you can kick ball and stay in the league and be a little team.
How many points?
14, and they're like 8 points away from safety. So I don't personally see. So they've had good young players play this season. Aaron's, Godfrey, Buendia, obviously Pookie, Cantwell. There's going to be players that come out of the season with credit.
If Norwich go down, about 6 players can get pinched, and not all of them always get pinched. About 3 or 4 are gone, but I don't want Norwich to go down.
But I feel like they're gonna. The defense just hasn't, as a team, they haven't been able to stop goals, and when you can't do that as a promoted team,
they're just in and out. A lot of them are just in. Where's Jamal Lewis?
Injured as well.
Zimmerman just came back to the main.
Yeah, so they've had to deal with a lot of injuries as well, but it wasn't a perfect season coming back up. Second team, I think, going down. Bournemouth, I can see them going down. I can see. I don't know where the performances were good. All the goals are coming from. You got Solanke up front, who, from the youth player that he was all them years ago, I don't know who this player is. I don't know.
Liverpool Judge.
I don't know how Liverpool got 20 million for that guy, but he barely looks like a footballer. Barely.
The teams I want to go down, Burnley
need to go.
Burnley's got to go.
No cap.
Burnley've got to go. It's enough now. How many years?
Now, to be fair, they're on the ropes as well. I can see that.
Yeah, Burnley are next now. They're on 24 points. They're 15.
That fear factor that Burnley had before.
It's gone. Because everyone wants to kick. Everyone wants to kick you in the leg now. I think you're the only ones that can. Because Stoke left, they thought like, let me drive the boat. Let me drive the boat from here. Let's be the new rough and tumble team.
Nah, nobody's really scared of
Newcastle,
Burnley.
I want them to go because I want their fans to learn. Newcastle, I want their fans to learn.
Newcastle be relegated like twice and their fans are still lost.
I want them to learn. Then Brighton, because I don't think we need them in the Prem.
Nah. Let them kick. Brighton are kicking ball for them.
Yeah, but I don't care about Brighton. That's why I don't mind if they go down.
Nah, let Graham Potter do his thing.
West Ham just about slipped my list of who I want to go down because their fans, them and Newcastle, their fans, because they're in the mix now. West Ham are 16th with 22 points. They're in the mix now. Sacking Pellegrini, you can change manager as many times as you want.
You just can't get the stink.
You just can't get the funk away from West Ham. Science in East London. And they would blame, they would blame because they left the ball in. Fair enough, it could be down to that, but you could get any man. For me, when they got rid of, what's his name? West Brom's manager now. Saban Bilic, sorry. When they got rid of Saban Bilic was there. Saban Bilic was a good. Saban Bilic could have fixed it. Saban Bilic could have fixed it.
He could have
Saban Bilic could have fixed. So Pellegrini, what?
Once Payet stopped playing for Village, it was done.
Alright, cool. So we'll go to Pellegrini now, which they got tired of. They got rid of him, and you're at Moyes. And that is a ticking time bomb. So sure.
For me, I feel like Villa's the next. Villa might be.
Villa's got to escape it. We need Villa.
I need Villa. We need Villa.
We need Villa. We need Villa to stay up.
It's another one where I don't know where the goals are coming from.
Birmingham's been good to us. We need Villa to stay up. Besides that, anyone else can really go. If West Ham go, I'm laughing.
Who do you think is going to go down?
Yeah.
I believe Watford will go down.
Yeah.
I believe Burnley will stay up. They're just too gritty.
I see Burnley staying up.
Brighton will go down.
Okay. So
and I believe Villa will go down.
So Norwich, Brighton, Watford.
I don't know. I said I don't want.
You said like 4 teams are going down.
Actually, all of them just go. As long as Arsenal make it. Because you see my bottom half list there. I was right in the bottom half, yeah. And I stopped at Arsenal was just above. I said, wait, Palace is in there as well. They got 28 points.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, three teams got 28 points. I said, Arsenal, okay, let me get rid of the 28 point team. Listen, all of them, just as long as we don't go down, Arteta, man, save us. Because really and truly, Lacazette is not better than Wilson and Josh King and these man, so he can go Bournemouth and play with them, man. Next segment.
It's the skin colour to go play for Bournemouth as well, you know.
Listen, it's a bit dark.
That's
what Jordan did.
I think just going to go to the next bit. So England strikers, this weekend we've got Danny Ings, Tammy Abraham, Marcus Rashford, who are all on the score sheet.
Let's talk about Les Blues. Let's talk about France, man.
Sit back, man. Talk about my boy Rashford right now. This is the
all
segment.
among the top scorers in the Premier League.
You're hearing.
As well as Vardy, who's obviously retired. But if we had to pick 3 strikers to go to the Euros, who would we take, or who would you take?
Ooh. I'm leaving Kane at home. You can watch from the sofa.
He's not even on the list, but okay, yeah, I'm not taking Kane.
Kane can stay at home.
I believe this is why England fans are delusional. This is why I don't support them. Kane's got to recover now because the injuries are piling up, and this country has grounded Kane down there. So when he gets to, you know what they did to Rooney? When Rooney got to 29, Rooney was looking like he was 33. Warn him out. How's man not going to be injured? Kane's been playing 30 plus games, 30 plus Premier games for the last since he was like.
And then England play him in every little friendly.
Every match against Barcelona, he's playing. Playing in black.
Man has to bag his little hattie, 2 penalties, 1
to get them stats up.
No. Kane has to stay at home. You got to take the L on Euro 2020, get some rest, get the hamstring fixed, get the knee, get the ankle all fixed up.
Kane just needs some serious time. Needs some Neymar time. Needs some serious time off.
Just some time off. I'm taking Rashford.
This Euros, just take the young boys.
So take Tammy, Rashford.
Take Tammy, take Rash.
You call him Vardy, seeing if he's going to pick up.
Vardy, you know what's mad? Me, if I'm the manager, I have too much pride because I know Vardy's going to air my call. Vardy's not picking up. You'll call Vardy like 2 hours before play, 2 days before it's time to take off. He'll be like, he'll call you when you're not there. Oh, sorry, I missed your call. What was up?
Vardy's going to be on the pitch during Euro 2020.
Vardy is coming in box park. Vardy is going to be front and centre in box park. You lot are getting it twisted. You take Rash, you take Tammy, and for me, it's because of favourite in it, you take Ings.
I like Ings.
Love Danny Ings, man. Class player.
For me, you take Rashford, you take Tammy, take Calvert-Lewin.
To do what? What does Calvert-Lewin want to do there?
Passion.
He said passion.
What?
Nah, man. The Euros ain't at Merseyside. It's not a Merseyside. You take Danny Ings.
Who's winning the headers?
Yeah?
I say who's winning the headers?
Ings is getting on them headers.
You sure?
Ings is getting on them headers.
Nah, you know how chest touch like that.
Listen, when he was at Southampton, he was training with Charlie Austin. So he knows like they rub off each other.
I hear it.
So you get you take Ingsy, you take Rash, and then you take Tammy, and then we move from there. You get Sancho and Sterling on the wings. Throw it in there. Something's going to come out of it. Who's that? Please. Chelsea up that boy's stock, bro. Peace and peace.
Hey, Hudson and Dave are still invested in that stock. Don't worry, we're coming back.
Oh man.
Hudson and
You
Dave.
lot think man's Martinelli? Just stop, man.
Oh,
Stop. You think man is Martinelli? You think man? Hey, let's wrap it, Judy, man.
Alright, thank you for watching Game Week 22. We'll see you next week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.